because everything that you invest on yourself comes back priceless, because your business biggest commodity. So invest in yourself. Okay? Reflect on your ideas, work-life balance, set a structured schedule, and adjust as needs. I always like to share this story. I wasn't a perfect mom. Tabitha and I now, and my son Stephen, had a great relationship as adults. But I was a single mom and I was absent when I was younger. Tabitha raised Stephen pretty much. So when we're in the dynamics of my kids and I together, when Stephen is talking to somebody, he's talking to Tabitha, like Tabitha is the mom and I'm just the fun sister. And I'm like, no, I'm your mom. But that has to do because if I knew what I know now, I probably would come in this business. But all I knew was working a 9-to-5 job. But when you're a single mom and you have to provide for your children, you do whatever you need to do to provide for those children, okay? Now, my job and my purpose is finding other single moms that would like to stay home with their children. Because if I can save one mom to be able to have the ability to stay home and raise their children, then I've done my job. That's my purpose. All right, tip number 3. Work on your business, not in it. Scalable systems enable growth, delegation, and work-life balance. What to do and how to do it. So for example, one of the things in my Medicare business, we didn't have a client retention management, and we did not have a system and procedures that we can just repeat, copy and paste and repeat, copy and paste and repeat. So I did not only have to take care of the Medicare businesses that I have, my clients, now I have to help my agents take care of their business. But the only way I was able to do that is I knew that if I have a duplicatable system. So I went in search of my field marketing organization, which is the companies that we have our contracts under. And there's one, I tried everyone in Tampa, but I actually ended up with one in Orlando, because the system and procedures that they have, they're leading the nation in Medicare, for Medicare agents. So once I learned the system, it was easier to just bring my agents to learn those same systems. And I can tell you that from the 14 agents that we had last year, AEP happens, annual enrollment period for Medicare happens October 15 to December 7. From the 14 people, 14 produce. Now, I'm not saying they all produce 100 policies each, because that's not what I want them to do. I want them to produce so they can feel comfortable that they can do it. So now their wheels are turning and now they're producing, okay? So what I'm looking for them is for them to give me 110% of what they can give me. And they have given me that. So some produce 10, some produce 100, okay? But the 10, for example, is just a retired person that just want to have some extra income here and there. The person that produces 100 is a father that needs to provide for their family. So that's what he wants to do. That's their goal. So my job as their leader is just to kind of adjust to them. So that's the other part. I coach my leaders, but I also coach myself, right? So one of the things that I have made a goal is I do not want to have more than 500 policies under my care for Medicare, because then it becomes unmanageable. Then I can remember their faces when I make the reservation, when I talk to them. I can remember about their cat or their child or their grandchild, okay? So that's why it's important. When you get above something that you cannot handle, the customer service that you need to offer, which it has to be impeccable, that doesn't mean the customer is always right, but that you always go above and beyond what is expected of you as the person that is helping those people. So if I have more than 500 people, I can serve them and also serve my agents. That's the other part that I had to understand. I have my Medicare clients, but now my clients are the agents, or I call it the agency partners, that they are dependent on me to make sure that I share my knowledge and I clone my knowledge into them, okay? So two different things. I never thought this would have happened. And by the way, I was running from that. I don't know about you guys, but who over here have run from your calling? You know, Jonah got eaten by the whale. Why? Because he told God, I'm not going to Nineveh. Those people are mean. I'm not going to Nineveh. Okay, and he kept running. So what happened? A fish came and ate him. 3 days later, the fish spit him out, and he went to Nineveh, right? And I did that. For those 17 years that I tell you was old tactics, I was going to do it all by myself. And realized that by this strategy, which was finding the leaders with a servant heart, I can do it. I came out with how to duplicate myself, okay? So awesome. Next tip is tip number 4. Okay, so rely on your network. A strong network offers supports, knowledge, and opportunities. This is very important. A lot of people, I don't know about you guys, but if I want to network, there's so many networks that you can do it 24/7. You can do breakfast, lunch, dinner. You can have networks every single day. But how do you select where is your time and money being more effective? So I always tell people, and I was a big BNI girl. Who's a BNI person? Okay. When I started in the Medicare industry, I went to BNI. Now, what I like about BNI, it was the communication where everybody was talking to each other. And if you did painting, and somebody needs a paint job, I will produce the connection, right? Now, I was already able to do that as the Rookie of the Year for Humana. That time I was working with Humana because I had no place to go. So I didn't, they were saying, you got to find revenue generating activities. Well, my revenue generating activity was BNI, okay? And that year with BNI, I became the Rookie of the Year. Never selling insurance, never selling anything in my life. But I knew I was a natural at it.